still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Bucky Irving. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You look at this Steeler defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Mayfield going to switch things up here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete. Bernard. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. Convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Buccaneers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You look at this Steeler defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They're going to try and throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Mayfield to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it as we resume action.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To throw, Mayfield.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Running the toss to Irving.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Bucky Irving with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. A first carry now for Jalen Warren. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But there's an incompletion call here, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Here's Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers again now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one. Now he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here this first half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Steelers 0. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get it.